What's up, YouTube? This is Unruly, and I got a cool video for you guys today. I got to interview the Mortal Kombat cast. Kind of. Warner Brothers was very kind to invite me to an interview, and we all did questions before, and a few of those were picked and stuff like that, so I got to kind of meet the cast, so forth like that. And then a lot of us had to have our cameras muted because it was Zoom, and you know, with Zoom, if you talk, the camera goes up, and I know they were wanting to do stuff with the interview as well, so you'll just get to see me kind of talk and react to the cast of Mortal Kombat. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. I also have another interview coming up real soon. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Peace.
Everybody's looking beautiful here.
What do you think? What do you think, Bob, really quick?
Well, I have the mask. Yo, Ken, I have the mask too. I have the mask too.
Oh, let's go.
Don't tell the costume I stole it.
You picked that from set. Oh man.
Yo.
I keep saying I got your sword, Joe.
Oh,
that is not even real.
Well, it's just it's fake sword, so I don't. That's why I didn't take it. But this is real.
Yeah. Dude.
Joe, is that the actual one? Is that the real one?
No, yeah, I think they made a lot, right? So they just gave me one, like, you know, they made 5 or 6. So I don't think.
Yeah, well, but you check it out. Don't tell it. Don't tell anyone.
Don't tell one of them.
Yeah, right.
I keep it with me all the time.
Amazing. So I'll just get started then. First question we have actually for Josh and Jessica from Hassan Mohammed, also known as Geek House Show. And they ask, in the Mortal Kombat games, Sonya Blade and Kano have always been rivals. Can you tell us more about that dynamic in the movie?
We don't like each other at all in real life, so it was really easy.
Nice.
Okay, so that's the first I heard about that. Suggest. For me, the real challenge was trying to mask the sexual tension, and I think we did a pretty good job.
Yeah,
no, so a little bit awkward.
It was a bit awkward. Well, no, Jess and I were friends before the film. I think Jess was the only actor I knew before going into the, personally knew going into the film. So, and yeah, we had the most to. I had the most to do with you, Jess, in the film.
Yeah. So, well, I did with you too, but
yeah,
it's really fun. We get to play a really fun dynamic of really. I mean, yeah, we really don't like each other in this movie. So that's really fun. But we both need each other in this movie, as you'll see. So we have to kind of get along, even though we hate each other, which is a really fun dynamic to play. And also because we are friends outside of this whole project, it was also fun to kind of hate each other on set on a daily basis.
But I think I mean, from a wanky actor point of view as well, that relationship has, twists and turns throughout the movie as well. It's not just this, oh, we just hate each other and that's it from start to finish. I think there is this weird, unexpected nature to what happens with Sonya and Kano as well. And, I think it stays true to the relationship that was established in the games and has always been true for them. I mean, they are such famous antagonists, in the lore of Mortal Kombat, and that's, you're going to get that, but there's a bit of evolution to that as well.
Yeah.
Dance is right. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Fantastic.
I have a question for Ludi Lin and Max Huang from Aaron, also known as Caboose. He asks, I love the chemistry between your characters in the film and the way Liu Kang and Kung Lao truly felt like brothers. Was that something that came naturally on set?
Yeah, they're like brothers. There's no sexual tension between us. And in China, you don't have, well, I didn't grow up with the word cousin. They're just all brothers. Oh. And especially growing up in Shaolin, you guys are literally like brothers. It's like you find a new family. And that's what Liu Kang is. He's kind of like this scraggly lone wolf. And they dubbed me, actually, the Desert Sprite. Was that?
Yeah.
Desert Sprite. The lonely desert sprite wandering around trying to find his pack. And of course, long time ago, Kung Lao's the first other sprite that Liu Kang finds. So he's gathering all these sprites together. We're gonna have a sprightly adventure.
Yeah, totally. No, I think Ludi and I, we had no problem with finding the connection between the two characters, because we know each other. Like the first time we met was 9 years ago, I believe. We met on a movie set and had the chance to work together. And then when we heard that we would be working together on Mortal Kombat, it was just like, yeah, man, because by then he was already my brother, and so it was very easy to
that was interesting.
Find the
9 years ago, Max, we were playing best friends as well, because you were so Max has had extensive martial arts experience. He's been on Jackie Chan's stunt team for over 10 years. And on the film we met, you were stunting for my best friend's, the actor that played my best friend, right?
Yeah, I doubled for him. So we're already somehow fighting, or I was protecting you, or you were protecting me.
I was chained up. I was hung for hours there in that scene. It was like negative 19 degrees. I was hung for hours, and then you were getting beaten up too. So yeah, through sweat, tears, and blood, we're always there together.
What movie is that? I want to see that film.
Yeah,
I want to see a movie.
It's got a great name.
I want to see you hang.
I don't know, but it's got a great name. It's I'm Sorry, I Love You.
Oh.
Sorry, I love you. I mean, getting hung up for hours like that. That was kind of the rap party for me. I seem to remember. Things got out of control, but we could talk about that another time. Yeah.
No, let's talk about it now, Josh. 12 minutes talking about this.
Thank you for that. Joe Taslim, I have a question for you from David Nguyen, also known as Uncaged Games. He asked, he says, you gave me chills every time you showed up on screen, pun intended. My question is, was it difficult fighting and moving in your Sub-Zero costume?
Okay, I gotta be honest, it was really heavy. It was really, I remember the first time I wore the suit, it was like, and with me and Cappy, she's amazing. He's like, this is the costume, try it out. And then I tried, and I was in the costume. I was like, how am I gonna be able to fight in this costume, Cappy? I was so worried that, is this the only costume? And then she was like, yes. No way. And then, like, just kidding. Of course, we have you another costume that you can fight. So it's very thoughtful. It's very thoughtful for them to, to just create two versions. So one is for the look, just all iron, just super heavy, maybe more than 10 kilos. And another one is like 6 to 7 kilos. And then, you can still move with all parts. Is just, you can still, stretch your body and then stretch your legs. So yeah, it was challenging for me. And then it took me at least 3 weeks to really adapt with the costume. And then I remember the first 2 weeks, and I feel like I had a back pain. Like it was just so hard to move anyway, because with the costume, because it just put a weight on your shoulder. So you walk like this. And when you release the costume at the end of the day, somehow you still feel like there's a child on your back. So after 2 weeks, your neck is felt weird. And then the third week, kind of like my body adapted. It's kind of like, okay, you're going to feel it at least another 3 months. So get used to it. So it's good.
I have to say, I think it was especially tough for Joe, because I think he's a method actor, and I've seen him destroy a pack of like 6 full-on big ice cream bars just to get into character for Sub-Zero.
I ate them all.
And so you had to fight against the weight gain and get into character that way. You had to fight the temptation of ice cream and to remain in that suit.
Well, Ludi, I needed to eat those sugars, because I remember, I think after a month, and then Cappy was like, why the costume now it's bigger? Did you lose weight? I was like, of course I lost weight, Cappy, because every time I took off the costume, like all the sweat, And then, okay, you need to eat more. Otherwise, the costume not gonna fit you next 2 months.
That's why you
So
ate
I gotta eat all the sugars.
the donuts.
That's fantastic. Well, while we're on the subject of costumes, this is a question that a few people asked for the group. What was it like bringing these characters to life and putting on your individual costumes for the very first time? Jessica, do you want to kick us off?
Sure. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I think we all initially started, if I'm correct, with costume fittings. So it was wild. We all kind of flew into this place that none of us had really ever been to before, and I hadn't even met everyone yet, but I went straight to a costume fitting, and yeah, I put my costume on and was like, well, I guess this is happening. Woo! It was really cool. And then, yeah, I think for me as well, the first time seeing everyone else in costume was basically on set. So every time someone new who I had just started filming stepped on set, it was like a big reveal for everyone. It was really cool.
Josh, how was it putting on the Kano costume for the first time?
First time, I mean, the costume was pretty badass, but really for me, I had a big makeup job every day, right? So the makeup job for me was, I was in the makeup chair for hours, every morning, and so it was once I was able to look in the mirror and see the fucking blood and dirt, and that I felt like I was like, oh, this does most of the work. I don't have to do anything. So yeah, I for me, more makeup. I mean, the costume was amazing, but in terms of feeling like the character, I always felt like just looking at how bloody and beaten up he was that helped me kind of feel like, oh yeah, now I'm Kano. that was easy.
Ludi.
I think my costume is really comfortable. I loved it. It's so light and easy to fight in. But I wanted you guys to hear Kung Lao's hat costume story, because
I want to hear that.
Go ahead, Max. You tell them.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, that hat is heavy. So I can kind of feel when Joe was talking about his costume that it was that heavy. Yeah, they actually, once I got the job, they asked me to fly out to New Zealand, to Wellington, and try on the hat, just for trying on the hat. I was like, really?
Yeah.
Yes, just go out and try it. And I tried it on. They were like, yeah, we're happy. You can go back home. I'm like, really? Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's great.
I did not know that.
Yeah. I think I ended up spending a week or so in New Zealand for the first time in my life. Just
wow, New Zealand's beautiful.
Did they fly you back home to Germany?
No, I think at that time I was in Beijing in China, and they flew me out.
Wow.
To Wellington.
Can you imagine if you did that right now? It's 2 weeks quarantine over there.
I know.
On the hat,
wow.
China, 3 weeks quarantine.
It's another world right now that we're living in.
Oh man,
that's what I miss. That's what I miss the most, is flying around the world trying on hats.
I know.
When can we get back to that?
That hat, I prepared myself during the preparation phase, the training phase, cutting out a hat from cardboard and putting it on my hat. And I was doing the spins, the flips, everything with it, and it felt nice. I was like, yes, I got this. And when I tried on the new hat, I like, really? Because it weighed like probably 8 kilograms. So imagine. There was no way I could move the way I wanted to, but we figured it out eventually. I don't even know how we did that, to be honest.
Wow.
But yes, thanks to VFX and Simon's creativity, I think we eventually were successful. So that's the story behind the hat.
Would love to know, if you were not playing your character, it could be your character, but if you could choose a character that you most identify with from this movie, who would you choose? That's for the whole group.
Reptile.
Yeah.
I can see that
in you. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have reptile vibes. I mean, Goro, I guess. I feel like Prince Goro. I just feel like I could get so much more done with an extra pair of hands. I really do. Just think about the massages I could. Am I wrong?
Giving yourself massages with
one inside story, like when I first appeared in the movie and Josh is coming up with those lines like from out of nowhere. I mean, he's so great at improvising. We all cracked, and there was one particular thing where I was like, I can't, just couldn't hold it. So it was very tough, but so funny, man.
You guys are the best. What about you guys? Who would you be? Ludi, Max, Joe?
Man, I just don't know. I just identify with Liu Kang. He's vegan. I'm vegan. Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Man, anytime you feel like a steak, you can be Kano. Don't worry about it.
I would actually be Sonya, to be honest, as well. I think she's badass. I love her.
Joe, what about you?
Well, in this movie, if I can choose different character, probably. Well, I gotta say, when I was a kid, I grew up playing Mortal Kombat, and Kung Lao is one of my heroes. Probably, nice. I would love to play Kung Lao. He's so badass. You know, Kung Lao is so OP. You know for sure when you play game Mortal Kombat and somebody played Kung Lao back in 1998, 1999 when I was, when it was still on Sega or Super Nintendo. It just the hat is just very, very annoying. Whoever you play, when somebody play Kung Lao, is like, not again, and so it just high damage. So Kung Lao is very OP. So if I can play another character, I want to play the OP one.
That's cool.
Nice.
I might be Raiden as well and just buy a Tesla. That way.
Yeah, you'd never have to stop to fill up. Yeah.
Never.
That's a great idea. You could do really long road trips. Good call.
I think I would go with Sub-Zero because
okay, we exchange.
he in times like these you have to wear a mask anyway, so
it's true.
By the way, Max does an incredible impression of everybody. I don't know if
come on, Max, you gotta do it.
No, I don't.
It's incredible.
Come on, Max.
But
I didn't know this. Who do you? What you do it, everyone?
See it.
He's so good. It's so good.
Come on, guys, you're giving me pressure right now. I didn't even prepare.
Okay, maybe Ludi tried to impersonate me.
I would just do this. Ice cream.
Well, luckily you didn't play me, man. Otherwise, the line I'm subject is gonna. I love ice cream. All good. Well, I'm happy to see you guys. Like, I watch all your YouTube videos and all the support and love to this movie. It's just amazing. Like, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It's so nice to actually meet you, if not in person, online. But sure. Thanks.
Yes,
you guys really make it worth it.
Yeah, thank you so
much. Thank you so much.
Can't wait
for you guys so much.
We're a family.